Pokemon Go is an augmented reality game on smartphones which you play by walking around in the real world, catching virtual Pokemons. The game has been massively popular over the past few weeks and has drawn much attention from all over the world, including shocking news such as murders, shootings, stabbings, robberies, and crashes. So here are the top 10 most shocking Pokemon Go stories. Starting at number 10 is the woman who got stuck in a tree while searching for a Pokemon in a cemetery. A woman from New Jersey was reportedly playing Pokemon Go, and while she was in the process of searching for Pikachu in a cemetery, she somehow ended up stuck in a tree. Unable to get back down, she had to phone 911 to come and rescue her. At number 9 is the Pokemon Go player who called 999 to report a stolen Pokemon. A Pokemon Go player in the UK actually called 999 to alert Gloucestershire police that someone had stolen their Pokemon. The police said the emergency call was made the day after the smash hit smartphone game was launched in the UK. Here's a clip of the call.
999.
Just call it again. Somebody stole my Pokemon.
Right, why is that a 999 call?
Because it's really bad. Like, I was about to get Pikachu.
You do realise that you're stopping someone with a life or death emergency about a Pokemon.
At number 8 is the man who quit his job to play Pokemon Go full-time. Tom Curry quit his job to spend 9 months traveling around New Zealand to capture all the Pokemon released for the game. The 24-year-old former barista and bartender said he now starts his morning by filling a flask with coffee, packing a rain jacket, and pack lunch in his backpack, and heads into the wilderness to hunt Pokemon. Moving on to number 7 is the driver who crashed into a police car whilst playing Pokemon Go. It should go without saying that driving and playing Pokemon Go is a disastrous combination, but this logic didn't hit home with everyone. A man from Baltimore was zooming down the street in his car and accidentally crashed into a parked police car. Apparently, it was because he was too busy staring down at the game on his phone, which he admitted quickly to the cops standing nearby. Unfortunately for him, it was also all caught on camera. Check out the footage.
Hey, hit my park patrol car. 10-4, have 3 more. Advise supervisor to respond to this location. 10-4, 2 animal 9.
You guys okay?
2 animal 9.
You okay?
Okay. What's the location?
2901 Eastern Avenue.
That's where I get the plane. 10-4. And were you in the vehicle, sir? Are you okay?
Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
No, nobody was in the car.
Thank God. We just only got hit by number 3.
You guys okay?
At number 6 is the Pokemon Go player who got robbed at gunpoint in the park. 3 masked men used Pokemon Go power-ups that attract the virtual monsters to a particular location. By doing this, encouraged Pokemon Go players to go to a secluded area of Whittington Park in Islington. A 24-year-old man walked into the setup when he was confronted by the gang. One of the suspects pulled out a silver handgun and jabbed it in the terrified victim's stomach before demanding him to hand over his Pokemon-catching mobile phone. Now time for the top 5. So coming in at number 5 are the 2 men who fell off a cliff whilst playing Pokemon Go. 2 men in their early 20s fell an estimated 50 to 90 feet down a cliff in California while playing Pokemon Go. The 2 guys were searching for a Pokemon and then went a little too far out on the cliff as they ended up going through a hole in the gate. The players were taken to the hospital with minor injuries and are lucky to both be alive. At number 4 is the man who got stabbed and continued to carry on playing Pokemon Go. 21-year-old Michael Baker was so determined to catch all Pokemons that he continued on with his game even after he was stabbed. Michael was catching Pokemon characters in Forest Grove when he saw another man approaching towards him with a knife. After being stabbed, Michael decided against going to the hospital immediately because he wanted to continue hunting for Pokemon and also to get some food and drink. The victim made it to the convenience store where he bought the items and looked for Pokemon. Michael eventually received medical attention for the wound, which resulted in 8 stitches. Coming in at number 3 is the 3 men who were stabbed after a fight over Pokemon Go in a park. 3 men were rushed to a hospital with serious stab injuries after a fight broke out over Pokemon Go in the park in Germany. Dramatic photos show streaks and spots of blood covered on the ground. At first, the players pushed and kicked each other before one of the guys had pulled out a knife. The man allegedly stabbed 3 gamers, leaving them with serious wounds. At number 2 is the woman who found a dead body in a river while searching for Pokemon. 19-year-old Shayla Wiggins was told to find a Pokemon in a natural water source, but instead found a man's corpse. She said, "I was walking towards the bridge along the shore when I saw something in the water. I had to take a second look and I realized it was a body." The man's body was found in the Big Wind River under the Wyoming Highway 789 bridge. So at number 1 is the murder of Jerson Lopez de Leon. The teenager, who was 18 years old, has been killed in what could be the first death of someone playing Pokemon Go. Jerson Lopez de Leon was ambushed and died after being shot while he was playing the game with his cousin. It still isn't clear why the 2 men were attacked, but police have speculated that it may have been that the attackers found the teenagers using the Pokemon Go app itself, which has location features that make it possible to encourage people to go to specific areas or to locate players. The 2 were walking alongside a railway line when they were shot at. Police found almost 20 bullets at the scene of the murder, and tributes have been held for the teenager.